One signature, one commitment, and suddenly Premier League giants who are left empty-handed. Alright Wrexham fans, if you love the Red Dragons like I do, hit that subscribe button and let's dive into this. Because what just happened with Max Cleworth? Absolutely massive. Max Cleworth has just committed his future to Wrexham until 2029 in the Championship, whilst Premier League side Aston Villa were supposedly circling with a £12 million bid. Let that sink in for a second. A 23-year-old academy graduate who's played every step of this incredible journey from the National League to the Championship has turned his back on potential Premier League riches to stay at the Racecourse. This isn't just another contract extension. This is a statement. A declaration that what's happening at Wrexham, what Phil Parkinson's building, what Reynolds and McElhenney have created, it's special enough to turn down Villa Park. This isn't about one player choosing loyalty over money. This is about what Wrexham has become. A club where young lads don't dream of leaving anymore. They dream of staying and making history. But to understand why this moment matters so much, we need to go back to where it all started.
Max Cleworth isn't some big money signing brought in to lead Wrexham's charge. He's one of their own. Joined the academy at 12 years old. A local lad who grew up watching Wrexham struggle in non-league football, wondering if they'd ever see the Football League again. Fast forward to August 2021, Phil Parkinson's just taken charge. His first game as Gaffer, away at Solihull Moors in the National League. And who does he hand a debut to? 17-year-old Max Cleworth. A 2-2 draw, but it was the start of something extraordinary. Behind closed doors, Parkinson saw something in the young centre-back. Pace, composure, and understanding of the game beyond his years. He wasn't the biggest, he wasn't the most experienced, but he had something you can't teach, the heart of a Red Dragon. Over the next 3 years, Cleworth became integral to everything Wrexham achieved. National League champions in 2023, League 2 runners-up in 2024, League 1 runners-up in 2025, 3 promotions in 3 years, a record nobody in English football had ever achieved. And Cleworth, he was there for all of it, starting matches, scoring crucial goals, winning Young Player of the Season 3 times. But here's where it gets interesting. This season, in the Championship, Cleworth hasn't just survived, he's thrived, started all but one of Wrexham's 26 league matches, been named in the League 1 Team of the Year for last season. The lad's gone from National League defender to Championship regular without missing a beat. And that's when the whispers started. Social media began buzzing. Aston Villa, £12 million, a move to the Premier League for Wrexham's academy graduate. The rumours intensified when Cleworth missed the FA Cup third-round clash against Nottingham Forest. Fans at the Racecourse were asking him straight up, "Are you off to Villa?" Phil Parkinson played it down. Groin injury, he said, resting him regardless of what happened. But the speculation wouldn't die. Villa had history of signing promising Championship defenders. Cleworth fit the profile perfectly. Young, English, proven at lower levels, ready for the step-up. The atmosphere around Wrexham was tense. Here they were, sitting 10th in the Championship, 3 points off the playoffs, making history with every match, and their best young defender was being linked with a move away. Then, last week, the news broke.
Max Cleworth had signed a new contract. Not just any contract, a deal keeping him at the Racecourse until 2029, with an option for another year beyond that. The Villa speculation? Dead in the water. When asked about the rumours, Cleworth's response was remarkably honest. "I genuinely didn't know anything about it," he said. "It was always about committing to the club for me. No agent talk, no keeping my options open, just pure, simple commitment." "I turned up to the Forest game and it was all I was getting asked," Cleworth admitted. "But I genuinely didn't know anything about it. It took a bit of time to get the deal done, but me, obviously my family, my agent, it was all we were pushing to do." Think about what that means. Whilst the rumour mill was churning, whilst fans were speculating, whilst the Premier League club was supposedly preparing a bid, Cleworth and his representatives were negotiating a new deal with Wrexham. Not using Villa as leverage, not waiting to see what offers came in, just focused on staying. It means a lot, he said when a deal was announced. To have come through the academy and progressed over the years, to get a new contract is something I'm really proud of. It's been a mad journey, a crazy roller coaster, but one which I've thoroughly enjoyed. A crazy roller coaster, from the National League to the Championship, from teenage academy prospect to established Championship defender, from unknown to wanted by Premier League clubs. And through it all, one constant, the red shirt of Wrexham. Parkinson couldn't hide his delight. We're delighted to have agreed a new contract with Max, the gaffer said. And you could understand why. In an era where young players jump at the first big offer, Cleworth's commitment is extraordinary. What would you have done in his position? 23 years old, Premier League interest, a move that could double or triple your wages, everything laid out in front of you. And yet Cleworth chose Wrexham, chose to continue this journey, chose to see where this Hollywood story could go.
Wrexham supporters erupted with joy. Social media was flooded with messages of appreciation, respect, admiration. One of our own trended amongst Red Dragons fans. The local papers ran it as front page news. Max Cleworth, the academy graduate who said no to the Premier League. BBC Wales covered it extensively. The leader newspaper called it a statement of intent. National media picked up on it too, because this isn't just a local story anymore. Wrexham's rise has captured global attention through the Welcome to Wrexham documentary, and every major decision becomes headline news. Pundits were divided. Some said it was a smart move, continue developing in the Championship, potentially help Wrexham reach the Premier League together. Others questioned whether he'd get another chance like this, but those voices missed the point entirely. This wasn't about Cleworth lacking ambition, it was about him having enough ambition to believe Wrexham can go all the way. Mike Williamson, Wrexham's CEO, had hinted at this during an appearance on Ben Foster's podcast earlier in the season. He'd said players like Cleworth would make it to the Premier League, either with Wrexham or elsewhere. He knows our answer would be that he's not available and not for sale, Williamson had explained. And now, Cleworth had made his own answer clear. Not available, not for sale, not interested. You could see what it meant to his teammates, to Phil Parkinson, to the entire club. This wasn't just about keeping a good player, it was about validating everything they're trying to build at Wrexham. For Wrexham's promotion push, this is absolutely vital. They sit in 10th, 3 points off the playoffs with half a season to go. Cleworth's been integral to their defensive solidity, and keeping him ensures continuity when they need it most. But it goes deeper than that. This reminds me of when clubs like Leicester and Brighton held on to their young stars during their Championship days. They believed in the project, backed themselves to get promoted, and reaped the rewards. Cleworth's doing the same thing here. For Wrexham's unique journey, from Hollywood takeover to 3 successive promotions, this is another chapter in an already remarkable story. It shows that what Reynolds and McElhenney have built isn't just about celebrity ownership or documentary cameras. It's about creating something players actually want to be part of. And what happens next? Well, Cleworth returned to the side against Norwich last Saturday, though Wrexham lost 2-1. They've got Leicester visiting the Racecourse on Tuesday night. The playoff chase is on, and their best young defender has just signed away the next 4 years of his career to help them achieve it. If Wrexham make it to the Premier League, and with Cleworth in defence they've got every chance, he'll have turned down Villa to achieve it on his own terms with his own club. That's not just loyalty, that's belief. At the end of the day, this is what being a Wrexham fan is all about. The mad journey from non-league to the Championship. The Hollywood owners who
actually care. The young lads who choose to stay rather than chase the money. The belief that something special is happening at the racecourse. Max Cleworth could have taken the easy route. Premier League wages, Villa Park, the bright lights. But he looked at what's happening at Wrexham and thought, I want to be part of this story. From the National League to the Championship, from academy prospect to first team regular, from Wrexham to the racecourse, this is our story. Let me know in the comments what you think. Was it the right decision? Hit like if you're back in Wrexham and Max Cleworth no matter what, and I'll see you in the next one. Come on, you Reds.